Okay, so I like to do this when the freaking part of the game gets a little bit dry, but it's also a necessary form of content. What is going to be the part 3 ultra? I'm showing a little bit of my nanogenic side, but this is a purely bullshit video where nothing is concrete and everything is just prediction based. So I made a tweet, a very dumb tweet. Okay, it's just out of nowhere, 3 a.m. thought. I knew the pattern was going to be, well, I don't even know if Legends fully confirmed that shit, but 7th anniversary is Goku and Vegeta themed. Goku and Vegeta breaking their limits. Part 2 is Goku and Vegeta, their most iconic fight. Or, basically their only, actual fight that mattered in the story. So part 3, it can only mean it's Goku and Vegeta finally making up because they're basically a couple and fighting together. And one of the characters that I think will be good is Goku and Vegeta teaming up fighting Cooler. And of course, it's either gonna be fusions or sagas from the movies that they gotta buff for every, celebration season. So it's only guaranteed, It's only guaranteed. There are some things that make it not possible. It's not even a good prediction. What I just thought about was, what about the first ever tag ultra Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan that fought coolers, and that'll be kind of cool. And then they can throw in some gimmick mechanics, not gimmick, but pretty good mechanics into the first ever tag ultra, and that basically reaches the hype threshold of of part 3. But there are some things I thought about where it's that might not be possible because is there a theme song that correlates with this specific movie? Because I thought about it, and then the Broly movie, they always bring out Blizzard, okay? And then they always bring out Dan Dan Kokoro for GT. So that made me think what the hell's the song for Metal Cooler? And is Metal Cooler movie even that hype to even make up part 3? In terms of the whole fan base, because the community is fine. The community loves part 3, where it's oh yeah, fuck yeah, I love Cooler, I love Metal Cooler. Alright, sorry, I had to do an emergency coffee toilet break, so I kind of forgot where I was coming off. But what are the other variants that we could see that could be the part 3 ultra? One is Blueberry Boys. Yes, we already have a specific Blueberry Boys LF, so it's a little bit weird to bring out the Ultra Tag variant. How different are they going to do this one now? Okay, without just slapping, another camera angle and slapping the Ultra label on it. So it's a little bit iffy, but also Blueberry Boys is hype as hell, and then they could add some new, never seen before mechanic that implements Gogeta, so there's that, but that one's still iffy, but still more possible than the cooler one. Goku and Vegeta versus Boo. So the Boo Bros, they had their switch mechanic that does the AoE gamma cover change unique gauge thing. So that's kind of cool. Seeing the Ultra variant, I could see it because, it fits the theme. And it's been a year since Oh, no. Actually, I think they're gonna hold it back because freaking Majin Vegeta's Boo Saga, and they're do we really want to boost Majin Vegeta and make him the longest reigning top unit in the game in history? No. So that could be a reason why they're not doing it. The next one is the first, I've said this in another video, but the first Succession Ultra unit, where it's base Vegeta to base Goku to Super Saiyan in the Namek saga. Okay, that's another time where those two made up and they became friends. And another one is Goku and Vegeta into Super Gogeta, the Ultra version in the Super Janemba movie, Fusion Reborn. I kind of see that happening as well, but they got to do something more cool, No pun intended. Well, not really. They got to do something more Super Janemba to actually make it better than the other actual Ultra Super Gogeta we have. And then people are going to complain that we have 2 Super Gogetas that are Ultra and also an Ultra Gogeta Blue, and then we have all these other pool of characters that don't even have their Ultra variant yet. So I can see the complaints if they're going to do this one, and nah, I don't see this one happening. The next, it's a lot more likely, it's GT. A lot of people have been predicting Dragon Ball Super for part 1, Dragon Ball Z for part 2, and finally Dragon Ball GT for part 3. And even before that was Dragon Ball Daima. So we're kind of going through all the franchises, all the I don't even know what you call it, the sagas, the giant sagas. So it's kind of cool. I'm kind of forgetting Dragon Ball, but I think before the Daima was Dragon Ball, so even better. So GT, it's about time we got GT buffs, and it's going to be Super Saiyan 4, I guess Full Power Goku, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Ultra Tag, and finally, after 3 fucking years, that cursed card, that green to awakening card that's morphed into one for some dumb reason, can finally be used and become Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. That'll be amazing. But at the end of the day, the last anniversary's Ultra was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so I don't know if they're gonna do it again, but I feel like they should. Okay, this is the Future Saga in Dragon Ball Super. We Saiyans have no limits into Ultra Vegito Blue. I guess it's the first time they fused in Dragon Ball Super. And I guess they kind of made up and then they did the whole like freaking friendship thing, but I don't think that's a very iconic point where they kind of like showcase their friendship, so but I can see Vegito Blue being a unit in every celebration, and all we have left in this celebration is the Part 3 Ultra. So you can't tell me that we're not going to get Ultra Vegito Blue. I think we're going to get Ultra Vegito Blue here. That's the most likely candidate. And lastly, because I've been yapping for a while, the first ever, imagine how iconic 7th anniversary is going to be if it's the first ever game original Ultra unit. And it's Goku and Vegeta tag that have their own original moves, where they reference moves from different parts of the show. So, Goku could be doing the Kaioken in some parts of his animations. He could be doing the Destructo Disc. It doesn't need to reference anything specifically, like a specific fight. It just references a showcase of fights. And this is like the game original Goku that, I guess trains with Vegeta in the Beerus planet. It could be that. And I feel like it's more of a fun Ultra unit just to celebrate 7th anniversary. But I doubt they'll do that because maybe 2 game originally for them to like celebrate it and, push it to be the Part 3 Ultra. But then again, I could be proven wrong. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Please comment down what you think is the Part 3 Ultra, because we have a lot of options, and for every celebration, every year, every celebratory year we've always had a Vegito Blue. So if you're gonna bet money, it's probably gonna be Part 3 Vegito Blue, unfortunately, but yeah.